Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your last day of science. How exciting is that? Wow, we're already at summer. Yeah, it's really nice outside. Can't wait. Uh, Man, what a year. What a year. But we're going to finish on just a short assignment. Uh, we had a lot more to cover in gas laws, and I'm sad we couldn't. But that's okay. We are going to only talk about one law today, actually. Um, One law, and that's it. Uh, and it's Boyle's law. So it's probably one of the easier laws to talk about. And what I'm going to do is talk about a little conversion. And then and that's going to be it for the year. So it's going to be pretty easy. Okay. Now, to talk about Boyle's law, it's pressure and volume. That's the only two things we're going to talk about. And I chose Boyle's because the easiest math. All right, it's the easiest one to do out of Boyle's, Charles, Lassac, and combined in the ideal. So there's 5 different ones that I chose. The easiest one. So what Boyle's law is, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to there we are. So hopefully you guys can see this. Boyle's law is P1V1 is equal to P2V2. Hopefully that kind of looks a little familiar. But that's what Boyle's law is. Okay. Now, P is pressure. P means pressure. Okay. Now, pressure has 2 different units. Hopefully that clears up a little bit. Okay. Pressure has 2 different units. One of them is known as ATM. So 1 ATM. And ATM stands for atmosphere. Okay. The other is kilopascals. Kilopascals. Okay. And for every 1 ATM equals 101 kilopascals. Okay. So that's what pressure is. All right. And volume is liters. Okay. V is volume. And that's in liters. Okay. Okay. V is in volume. V is liters. Okay. So that's the first thing I want you to take away. P is pressure, V is volume, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the assignment on my screen. Or actually, I'm just going to pull up the assignment here on my screen. Okay, so Boyle's law. Here we go. So here's one of your assignments. This is the assignment, okay? So over here is conversions between ATM, atmosphere, and kPa. Okay, so I'm going to do the first one. I'm going to do the fourth one, just so you get an idea of the 2 different ones. So I'm going to write those down. 1 ATM is equal to blank kPa. Okay, and then going down, 2.5 kPa is equal to blank ATM. Okay, so if we look at this, this is our first, these are 2 example problems from our homework. So hopefully you guys are paying attention. All right. And this is our conversion factor for pressure. Okay, this is our conversion factor. So 1 ATM equals 101 kPa. Okay. If I am going to kPa, kPa has to be on top. So I have to do 101 kPa. And my conversion is 1 ATM. So I just took this right here and brought it down there. Okay. And hopefully this math looks very similar. Multiply across, divide down, your answer is 101 kPa. That's how you do that type of problem. All right, so that's your answer. Type it in. There you go. Okay. The next one, if I have 2.5 kPa, I'm going to ATM. I'm going over to ATM here. That means my ATM goes on top. Well, that number is 1. All right. kPa's on the bottom. Well, I have 101. So what you have to do is you have to plug this in your calculator. Same calculation. Multiply across, divide down. So 2.5 times 1 divided by 101. Ooh, I got a small number. Okay. I got 0.02 ATM. Okay. So that is 2 of your answers from the left side. Okay. That's 2 of your answers. So I'm going to type that in right here. Okay. First one was 101. Okay. Down here was 0.02. Okay. So those are 2 answers. All right. If you're going to kPa, kPa goes on the top. If you're going to ATM, ATM's on top. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 conversions over here. Okay. Now, what I want you to remember is a awesome saying. Let me see if I can pin it. Is King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. Hopefully you guys actually remember that one. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. How cool is that? All right. And these are the units: kilo, hecto, deci, or deca, mean. This is home base. This is home. All right. I'm going to draw a little home. That's home base. And then we got deci, centi, milli. So the first problem is 1 liter equals how many milliliters? That's the first problem, okay? So what I like to do is draw whatever I have. I have 1 liter. That's my, liters is home base. I'm at home. So I have 1 of these. I have 1 at home. And I'm going to put a decimal because that's where my decimal is. I have to get to milli, okay? So what you do is you move your decimal 1, 2, 3, and in these empty spots, I have to add zeros. So what's my answer? If my decimal's over here, 1,000. Okay. So what I'm going to do, type in 1,000 for the first answer. Okay. Next one I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do 1 down here so you get to see the other way to do it. All right. So once again, 200 milliliters is equal to how many liters? Okay. So once again, I'm going to do King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. However, this time I start with milli. I got to start over here. So I have 200, right? Okay. Now I move to the left 1, 2, 3 spots. Do you see that? Okay. So I have to move my decimal 1, 2, 3 spots. What's my new number? Well, my new number is 0.2. My new number is 0.2. So what I'm going to do, 0.2. Okay. That's how you do those, all right? You're just moving the decimal. That's all you're doing on those problems, okay? That's on the right side, volume. Just move the decimal, right or left, okay? It all depends where you start. Did you start at home base and move right to milli? Or did you start at milli and go to the left, okay? That's the only 2 options you can do, okay? And then on the bottom part, so let me share this. On the bottom part is the assignment. Now there are 5 questions. I'm going to go through 2 of them because you guys are awesome and this is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go through 2 of them. All right. So the first one gives me P1 is 2 atmospheres. V1 is 4 liters. P2 is 3 atmospheres. And V2 is what? Okay, so I wrote it out. This is the assignment. This is the question. P1 equals 2. V1 equals 4. P2 equals 3. What does V2 equal? Well, this was our equation, correct? So all we have to do is plug in our numbers. So P1 is 2. V1 is 4. P2 is 3. V2 is question mark. Don't know. Okay. And to solve, I have to do 4 times 2, which is 8, is equal to 3 times a question mark. What's the opposite of multiplication? Yeah, you guys are thinking it. Division. Divide by 3. So 8/3 is your answer. 8/3 is going to be your answer. Okay. And that's to number 1. Okay. So number 1, 8/3. Or if you want to type, you might have got, what would it be? 2.667, 2.6 repeating. You can put that as well. Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more example problem. Number 2. Same setup. Same exact one. Okay. So it's same equation. P1 V1 equals P2 V2. In this case, P1 is 0.2. V1 is just 1. P2 is 3. V2 is something I don't know. Okay. So here we go. All right, I wrote out the problem right here. Okay. Just wrote in the numbers. P1, V1, P2, and I don't know V2. So once again, I just multiply those 2 together and I have to divide by 3 again. Okay. So I have 0.2 times by 1 divided by 3. Okay. So what I got is 0.07. Just rounding. Okay, 0.07. And that's when I'm going to go here, 0.07. Okay. Now, I'll actually go over one more because I'm feeling generous. I love doing this. Okay. Go over one more because it's a little different. I mean, it's the same equation, P1 V1 equals P2 V2. All right. However, this one says P1, I don't know. P2 is 6. V1 is 2 and V2 is 1. So these are my numbers, right? Let's plug them in my equation. Well, I don't know P1 times 2 is equal to P2 is 6. V2 is 1. Okay. 6 times 1 is 6. And then I got to divide by 2. Divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 can be reduced. Your answer is 3. So what I'm going to do is put a 3 right there. Boom. Okay. Now you have 3 of those done. Okay. So that is Boyle's law. P1 V1 equals P2 V2. I hope that helped out going through some homework examples. Guys, this shouldn't take too much longer to do. So anyway, if you guys have questions, I'm still doing my live meetings to help you all out. or you can shoot me an email. All right. A lot of you guys are doing great because you guys are great. All right. This is the last video for the year, guys. I hope you have an awesome summer. I truly mean that. It's been a pleasure being your guys' teacher. You guys made my job so much fun, so enjoyable. I love getting to know you guys, getting to build relationships with you guys. And I hopefully I get to see you guys in the halls next year. If you ever need anything, let me know. All right? I'll always be there for you. So yeah, guys, I'm signing out. Have a great summer. Good luck on your assignment. If you have, like I said, if you have questions, let me know. All right, that's all I got. You guys are awesome. See ya.